I run a fitness equipment installation business that most people don't even realize exists, yet it consistently generates around $7,000 a week. This is not a get-rich-quick type of business. It is a straightforward service business built around real demand. It operates in every city, demand continues to grow every year, and very few companies are actually equipped to handle it professionally. One of the biggest misconceptions about this business is that you need a massive upfront investment to get started. People assume you need a warehouse, specialized equipment, or expensive tools before you take the first job. That's not the case. I'll show you what's essential, what you can skip at the beginning, and how this setup makes it possible to start this business today and finally start making some real money. The truck is the backbone of this business, but you don't need anything fancy. Since we started, we have always had the same truck style. Diesel 3-ton trucks with 18-foot long dry boxes. We chose these trucks in order to prioritize reliability and space. What matters most is having enough room to safely transport equipment, tools, and packaging without damaging anything. You need something that can handle commercial loads and fit into different job sites, including condos and loading bays. Today we're running 3 trucks and each one is leased, and roughly we pay about $1,400 per month per truck. We started with just 1 truck, but today we have 3 trucks running every single day, and each one of them are leased, and we roughly pay about $1,400 per month per truck. The key takeaway here is this: your truck should never be the bottleneck. If your truck is reliable and sized correctly, you can focus on jobs instead of breakdowns and logistical issues. You don't need a massive tool collection to run this business properly, but you do need the right ones. In every truck, we carry the same equipment so that any crew can handle installs consistently. The tools you need are the following: impact drill, socket set, wrenches, moving blanket, dollies, straps, measuring tape, and Allen keys. And with this, you're gonna be able to handle about 95% of every single job you're gonna have. These tools allow us to assemble equipment safely, move heavy machines without damage, and work efficiently in tight spaces. The goal here is comfort and consistency. When the truck is properly equipped, jobs move faster, quality stays high, and stress stays low. If you're just starting, you can expect to spend around $500 total in tools to be fully operational. Once you get these tools on the truck, you are ready to go. Now, when it comes to maintaining your vehicle, this is where a lot of service businesses lose money without realizing it. We regularly maintain our vehicles so that small issues don't turn into big problems. We stay on top of oil changes, tire rotations, brakes, and basic inspections. Skipping this might save you time and money in the short term, but it will always cost you more in downtime, repairs, and lost work later. We also make sure trucks are clean and organized at the end of each day, so crews can start fresh every morning. That discipline makes a bigger difference than you might think. Most people don't think about the different stages for this business and try to do everything all at once. In reality, this business grows best when you build it in a very specific order. At the beginning, all you really need is basic trucks and the right tools. That's enough to start taking jobs and doing installs properly. And once you have that in place, the next step is securing steady work. That usually comes from partnering with retail stores or suppliers that need help with residential installs. That's where most people should start because the jobs are consistent and easier to manage early on. As your schedule starts to fill up and you are doing multiple jobs per week, you'll hit a point where working alone slows everything down. There's also certain installs you can simply not do by yourself. That's when you bring on your first helper. This stage usually happens pretty early once the work starts coming in, and by bringing a helper, you can immediately increase how much work you can handle in a day. Once demand keeps growing, the next step is adding a second truck. That's when the business really starts to change. With 2 trucks running parallel, you are no longer limited by your own time. From there, you can add more helpers to support the team, and at that point, you can start taking on larger and more complex jobs. That's also when commercial work becomes realistic, since now you have the capacity, the team, and the system to handle it properly. This is when the big money comes in. Eventually, the goal is to step out of the day-to-day installs altogether. At that stage, you've got 2 trucks running with employees, and your role shifts to managing sales, scheduling, and operations behind the scenes. And altogether, this is the exact roadmap I followed to get the business where it is today. This business is so underrated because you don't need a massive overhead to run it. You just need the right setup and the discipline to maintain it. If you're thinking about starting this business, you have to understand one thing. You don't scale by doing everything faster or bigger. You scale by making the right upgrades at the right time and in the right order. And if you guys want to see more about how to properly run this business, remember to subscribe, follow along, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.